Whoa, man, what's going on,
What's
bro?
poppin', yo?
Just Zay, bro.
Yeah, J.U. dollar sign Zay. You know I'm gonna keep it G with checking my TV.
Yeah, man, appreciate you doing it with me, man.
Oh, it's all good, it's all love, bro.
So, Zay, man, let's tell us about yourself, man. What originally you grew up in Baton Rouge, right?
Yeah, I grew up, I originally grew up in Monticello, like in the Sherwood area.
Yeah.
I was young as a bitch, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like in Bird Station with my grandma, by my grandma's house a lot too.
Okay.
And then my mama lived out Dixie. My mama said I was family out Dixie, but a lot of my daddy family out the South. So when I got like in middle school, I started going out there, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I claim, I'm really from that folk.
So you claim the South?
Yeah.
What was it like for you growing up in BR? Like what tribes you had to get over?
I mean, BR dark, BR tough, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I could say like, I wasn't always who I am, like, I got corrupted into this, and I ain't saying like being a follower neither, like, I used to be like a quiet kid, like I just played ball, like I love ball, you know what I'm saying? I had been fucking with the music and shit, but I had went to Southern Lab.
Okay.
And Southern Lab, that bitch go from like pre-K all the way to 12th grade. So when I was like in about the 7th grade, we was switching classes with the juniors and seniors with all the high school people and shit.
Yeah.
And we was a raw ass class, so the juniors and the seniors, they used to like pick on us cause like, you know what I'm saying, we was the only other cool kids at the school, so they was just fucking with us on some shit. But they don't know like that shit, like put a lot of like, you know what I'm saying, built up aggression into a nigga. Like they used to be hanging a nigga on lockers, you know what I'm saying? So we'll go outside and throw nachos all on the niggas' cars. We trying to fight them in the hallway, all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like niggas when you go to school with niggas that's going through shit at home, they bring that shit to school, you know what I'm saying?
I know a lot of people like that.
Yeah, but
some people, to be honest, they'll come to school just to get away from the problems at home.
Right, but I ain't say I was going through no like bad shit at home, but I was going through my own shit at home too, like some frustration shit. So when anybody'll go to like praying on me, I ain't gonna lie, at first like, you know, I used to be like timid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then one day in the 8th grade, I wasn't feeling good. I had the flu one morning or some shit. My mama still made me go to school. Nigga was fucking with me. I just jabbed him in his shit a few times and drew blood. Once I seen blood, I wanted to fight every day.
Ain't nobody fuck with you today. Man, how you got like a big background with different high type artists in VR.
Definitely.
How you managed to get that connection with everybody?
I mean, cause I'm like a pioneer. I started like, you know, a lot of niggas who do this shit, they watch me do this shit. Like I gave niggas courage to even want to fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Cause before me, like you had to be on a label to even get pushed down here. Like, you know, like a local label, like the Camp or Trill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you could like, man, it wasn't no real local artist. You know what I'm saying? Even Sam I Am them had a real deal. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think, I come out rapping in '02, you know what I'm saying? So when me and my group came out rapping, we was the first niggas to do it. And we put a legit real CD in the stores, like in Sam Goody, Blockbuster. We did that shit I did that shit at like 18 years old, you know what I'm saying? So niggas started to follow suit, like that's the kind of city this bitch is. Instead of a nigga getting behind you, they be like, oh, if he did it, I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? So everybody started rapping. Like everybody wasn't rapping then. And then, you know how like everybody shoot little viral videos, just running gun, running, shoot shit. I started that shit. Cody Coyote, I was his first video. Astro Rico, I was his first. Well, I made him do expose one for that fam, and that's what took him off and blew him up, and that's when everybody wanted to shoot Astro Rico. So it's like a nigga know, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole formula, blueprint come from me, period. I'm saying the new, you know what I'm saying? Cause before you had to have a label to push you. Like I'm the nigga who put himself out there and wasn't tripping about the rejection or the failure part, like I'ma just, cause I know my music good, you know what I'm saying? And my shit still ain't catch like it was supposed to, but it will, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I look at BR like this, man. BR, people really don't hop on you tell like somebody big name or something.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
You think that like will cut you back down?
Yeah, cause I don't be really with the, you know, dick pulling and the politics shit. Like, it is what it is. If a nigga fuck with me, they fuck with me. If they don't, they don't. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas get to where they going and shit. They act like they don't know a nigga.
One of the person you linked up with was Kevin Gates.
Oh yeah, you know, we went to high school together.
Oh yeah? You and him still like got a relationship? Like
yeah, I don't know if you seen, but I had went to his show in Lafayette and we had like, that was our first time seeing each other in like 10 years and we've been talking like FaceTime and here and there ever since then. We keep in touch.
You got any stories or something you want to share about?
Oh man, I got so many stories, bro. I ain't nothing really particular I want to talk about. I got a funny story though, like besides him, I'm probably the only artist with a Dreka feature. Like me and him got Dreka on the hook when we was like, matter of fact, I had got shot and then he got shot a week after me. Or vice versa. Maybe he got shot before and I got shot a week after him. I can't really remember. It was a while ago. But we both was recovering, you know what I'm saying? He was on crutches, I was on crutches. I think his leg was broke, but I was on crutches too, and we was full of them perks and lean, you know what I'm saying? Because we had got the perks from, you know what I'm saying? The hospital had prescribed that shit, and we was already drinking lean, so we was full of that shit in D. Jackson studio. We used to be in that bitch where they are. So, you know, Dreka come to the studio with him that night. We doing a song called Booty Clap. That bitch on YouTube. That bitch got like about 50,000 views. Go check it out. But we wanted a girl to sing the Booty Clap part or whatever, and we ain't really have nobody. Dreka end up volunteering and end up doing it. That bitch end up coming all right. Like, people like that bitch. We just ain't never put no push behind it.
But the one on YouTube, that's the one with Dreka on it?
Called Booty Clap.
Oh shit, I'm gonna check that out.
A1 featuring Kevin Gates on Booty Clap.
So you was around like when you first started Dead Game with Travis and all that, huh?
Yeah, most of that.
How that you remember how that came along?
Well, I actually sent my good friend Steve, who died, to check Gates out when he used to be at the he used to be trapping at the store. And he'd be out there rapping and, you know, just politicking or whatever. So I knew he used to be out there, and I knew that, well, I ain't know it was Dead Game particularly at the time. Steve told me that, rest in peace to my daughter. But he told me that he knew somebody looking for an artist. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to bring me over there, but I wasn't interested at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to do my own thing. So I told him about Gates. And then when he went over there, them niggas ended up finding out they was cousins. So from there they hit it off, and then he took him by Dead Game, and then the nigga who owned Dead Game, his nephew and Gates, they went to school together and they knew each other real tight, so they just hit the ground running from, you know, there was just a chain of like phone calls, that shit happened, and then it was like, oh, we know each other, and you know, it was done, you know what I mean?
Another person, BR, that you had ties to was Nissy.
That's my cousin, but when I used to fuck with him, I ain't know that was my cousin. I ain't find out that was my cousin until he died. My grandma had went to his funeral. I'm like, grandma, what you doing at Nissy funeral? She's like, well, that's your cousin. And she explained how we was kin. My grandma died now, so I can't really ask her. Cause it was so, that shit was wild. So I can't remember how we kin, but I know my grandma ain't gonna tell me, you know what I'm saying?
So, what it was like hanging with Nissy?
I mean, this is a real nigga, like, real outspoken, kind of like unpredictable, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, jack artist, but if he fuck with you, you know what I'm saying?
So he really was like a jack boy.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Like when I look at him, I look at his old interviews, I'm like, man, this really wanted to pull the city back together.
Yeah, that's what I respected the most about it. Like, he was the nigga that would have really, you know, put everybody on, you know what I'm saying? I really believe that, you feel me?
You think real live music scene will be a little different? Well, not just the music scene, to be honest, he was having times like in the movies and all that.
Yeah, shit, man, this bitch will be retarded. This bitch still retarded without him, but with him, this bitch, I guarantee we wouldn't be at war like we is, cause it'll be some law around this bitch, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the orders will probably be up under him and shit. It's gonna be a chain of command fucking with that old law, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, he about to sign the deal like right before he passed away and all that.
Yeah.
I talked to Devin, he like, man, Nusser has some big ass plans for the yard, man.
I bet.
Man, rest in peace to Nusser.
Yeah, RP cool.
You got any story about Reddy?
Man, that was my dog. I can't off the whim wow. You know, it's certain shit I can't speak on, especially dealing with Reddy. But yeah, I got a gang story with Reddy. That's my dog. I mean, a good one I could tell is like when he first came home from jail off a murder charge. When he wanted to rap, I was the first person he went to the studio with, and we recorded a song that never got released. And then like a couple songs later, he came out with Gangsta Ball, and that was the record.
That was the main one. I was in like 6th grade or something when he came out with that.
Yeah, so that's the record that, you know, got his attention. But like I told you, man, I made niggas want to rap, my nigga. Like, you know, at that time, nigga knew, man, call Wizard. You know what I'm saying? I go by Zay now, but you know, everybody know A1, you know, or Wizard. And it's crazy because Boosie, he just started calling me A Wizard out of nowhere. And he said it on the track. And once he said that shit, everybody just started calling me Wizard. So people ain't know if A1 and Wizard was two different
things. Yeah, to be honest, I ain't know.
Yeah, so then I had to jam the name of A1 Wizard. But, you know, my name's Xavier. I just go by Zay. My family call me Zay. If you a friend, you call me Zay. So, you know, it's just Zay now.
But Boosie brought the name up. What was it like working with him?
Shit, Boosie taught me a lot. Like, you know, I learned, like, that's where I learned my artistry from, and like how to maneuver and move like that boy a boss for real.
I seen you had said something, but he said he ain't gonna talk to you without the money.
Shit, he ain't getting on no phone.
I think that's the main damn definition of hustle, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's a dog hustle.
Alright, man, let's move on to another person, Phat.
That's my little brother, that's my dog.
Hey,
I missed that bitch. So
Phat person, I wish I could have met him, bro.
Yeah, I ain't lying, he's one of a kind. Definitely one of a kind.
Cause when you look at him, like he was number like 19 years old.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
When he passed away, but like he was actually
young. But when he was on the independent records and all that shit, that nigga was 16
or 17.
Listen to that shit that nigga talking about on them records. To be 16, my nigga, that's some Lil Wayne shit. Like, you know, when Weezer was a hot boy and he was 14, 15, 16, keeping up with Juve and BG, like, that's how I look at it. Like, so imagine if he ain't died and when he got 23, 24, like when Wayne was on the Carters or the Squads, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, that nigga was gonna be gunsmoke.
I remember my first thing, he was driving around in the Jag.
Yeah, that was his shit. He was 15 with that shit.
I ain't
Man, that nigga was 15 with a Jag, and that nigga used to have a Ford, like a Glizzer or whatever. I mean, it was registered, but I mean, how you 15 legally toting a gun? Man, that nigga used to have that bitch, and the police would pull him over and just put that bitch in the trunk. Like, that nigga had some power around this bitch at a young age.
How you feel when you look at him like, man, he was so young, but he was moving like he was like a 30-year-old?
It was just him. That nigga had been around bosses since he was, you know what I'm saying? That's how that go, like, you know what I'm saying? That's like Lil Junior out the South. Like, Lil Junior was 13 coming through in runners, you know, pumping that, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, but it's cause how Junior was raised, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, if you round that shit earlier and you a sponge, you gonna pick it up and you gonna run with that shit.
And to be honest, when I look at it being from Baton Rouge, I feel like it's different you being raised in the South. Baton Rouge.
Oh yeah, that bitch gonna make it. Yeah, that bitch gonna make it. That folk gonna, you know, folk shit, no whole shit.
One of my partners, he told me he was 15 years old. He had a tour apartment back there in Tigerland.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, that don't count.
Yeah, Tigerland don't really count as the South.
Don't really count?
Hell no, that's Tigerland. It's close, but that's on the other side of LSU. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cross LSU to get through Tigerland. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's still South Baton Rouge, but it ain't the hood. You know what I'm saying? That bitch Tigerland. But on some shit, Tigerland dangerous with the police and shit. You better not go back there trapping.
Hell yeah. They pulled me over. I was cutting through that one time.
Oh man, you better not go back there fucking around.
Make things if the fact could have shake that street mentality he had, think he would have been big. Cause I look at it right now, he'd be a young boy shouting them out.
Man, just like I said, that bitch would have been like Weezer, Kodak Black, Chief Keef, Young YB, you know what I'm saying? And he was gonna be there.
So like he been rocking all the tight clothes and all that. And he got new artists.
That
That
nigga single-handedly brought Levi's back.
Uh-huh.
That nigga Rick Ross be trying to take the credit. My dog Phat did that, man. Yeah, Lil Phat did that, nigga. Yeah.
Man, real piece of Phat, bro.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah.
Man, you know when his album coming out?
What album?
So his last album, YNIC.
I don't know, bro.
Man, everybody asks if they don't know. Alright, man. Oh, alright.
You go ahead.
Oh, so let's go back to CeeLo. You got any CeeLo in the story?
I mean, unfortunately, I don't have any music with Lo, but me and Lo we got a crazy relationship. Like, he like my big brother, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna always, like, he ain't gonna cut no corners with me, you know what I'm saying? He always gave it to me raw from the beginning of my career. And now that I'm where I'm at now, he always let me know, like, bitch, you close, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, I mean, when we get around to it, we gonna definitely get a record. I got a So Bad and Rouge record that I just put Max Manella on. That bitch retarded. Straight pressure. I ain't lying. That bitch everybody gonna jump on that bitch, I promise.
Hey, let me ask you like a personal experience, personal thing about you. Like, what you think so bad about being labeled as a rat? Like, what you think, like, what's your definition of a rat?
Alright. If you a civilian, you can't be no rat. If you work every day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you could smoke weed, you could DUI, all that shit, normal people shit, but the day you decide you want totally legal guns, you know what I'm saying? The day you want sell dope, you know what I'm saying? The day you want breaking and entering, home invasion, breaking cars, any of that, you choosing the G code. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, in the Bible, God say always tell the truth. So only God can judge you at the end of the day about being a rat. You know what I'm saying? That ratting is a street code thing. You know what I'm saying? But once you rat, you shouldn't be able to go back to the streets. And that's the thing that's kind of funny now. Niggas be able to go back to their hood, go back to the streets, still do what they do. You know what I'm saying? And then they rat on somebody else. Like, nah, nigga, like, you knew what you was getting into. You gotta take your lick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, why would you tell on somebody else who took the same oath you took? You know what I'm saying? That ain't no straight up, you know, that's some coward shit, you feel me?
Hey, but let me ask you, don't think like the street code, like setting like black people back?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah. I look at people like, oh, that's ratting. Certain shit I don't see as ratting.
Oh, it's definitely ratting. You can't, once a nigga tell on something, you snitch. From the time when we was kids, when if you hit your sister or brother and they told your mom, they're a snitch, they're a rat. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's on like a petty level, but at the end of the day, what you trying to say is, if a nigga so worried about getting ratted on, don't do what the fuck you doing, and a nigga can't rat on you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, we just gotta make better decisions for our culture, for our families. Nigga gotta stop being selfish. Cause at the end of the day, that's what I feel like it is. Like, I mean, yeah, you can make a conscious decision when you younger to, I'm a thug and I'm gonna see what I can get up out this shit. Cause they got some niggas that get plugs and make it out with that shit, boy. Yeah. So, I mean, you don't know if it's in your cards or not until you go fucking with it. But once you done got your few misdemeanors, if you got a couple felonies, like, nah, nigga, I mean, that's when niggas go to thinking about ratting, cause like, that's when they throwing 20 years at you, you know what I'm saying? Nigga don't want to leave they hoes, nigga don't want to leave they kids, you know what I'm saying? It's all kind of shit that play into why a nigga will tell, but man, that shit, it ain't no room for it, it don't go with it, you know what I'm saying? I can't cut it no other kind of way. Don't get in the streets if you can't take your own lead, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. That's why I sit my ass right here trying to develop something with this
camera. That's why I say civilians can, you know, if a nigga come fucking with you, you supposed to tell the police. Mm-hmm. Period.
Y'all ain't in it, y'all.
Yeah, cause it's like, if a civilian can't tell the police, then they have no leverage. Like, they can't protect themselves at all. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's a civilian leverage. Like, you come fucking with, that's white people. You go fucking with a white person, you know they gonna play the people on you. So a black civilian, They should have the same kind of, you know what I'm saying? But you can't straddle the fence. You can't want to be a civilian, and then when your thug cousins come around, you thugging. Or when your thug homeboys come around, you buck jumping.
Mm-hmm.
You won't hold a rod. No.
One way.
Don't do it. Jesus, don't do it.
Hell yeah. Hey, how you feel about Baton Rouge music scene to this day?
This bitch lit. This bitch retarded, but it's strength in numbers. If we stood together, this bitch would be like Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, New York, LA, Houston.
I look at it like back when Mr. Gates, everybody else coming up, it was a lot more stronger now. But now they got all this coming, but like most of it got to do with beef.
Yeah.
Most of them stay away from each other.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
Ain't none of my business to be speaking on, but I know once niggas die, ain't no coming back from that shit. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's gonna be some beef. It's gonna be in it. And niggas dying behind the rap entourages and the beef. So, I mean, niggas, just with that alone, even if it ain't beef, upcoming rappers don't want to attach themselves to other rappers because you inheriting the beef.
Yeah.
So like, it's like, it ain't like that a nigga don't want to fuck with you, a nigga just know better not to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm neutral as a bitch. Like, nigga can't attach me to nothing or nobody. I could do a song with whoever the fuck I want to do a song with because I don't hang with nobody. This shit is strictly business. Like, we might ain't even been in the studio together when we did the song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but because I'm about making good music. Like, man, I'm the type of nigga, I'll hit up a no-name nigga on Instagram if I heard a song that I like on this page and be like, man, send me the open verse. That's what the art missing. Like, a nigga missing the whole, what we supposed to be doing. Like, we supposed to be creating. You know what I'm saying?
And like that's why I said about Nissa, like if Nissa would, I think Nissa would have came with a whole CD and like every Bad Rush, all the.
Oh, they would have been on that bit.
Yeah.
Would have been on that bit. I mean, he sang. If you had any smidget of talent and he felt like you wasn't no bitch ass nigga, he was gonna sign you to Dope Select. That nigga had about 20 signed. Yeah, he had about 20 niggas signed. No care.
Alright, Zay, man, let's go on and wrap it up, man. You got anything else you wanna?
Oh, I got my own podcast, YouTube channel coming. It's called Keep It G, KEEPITG. Yeah, man, y'all go subscribe to that. I got my Gemini album finna drop. That bitch crazy. Like, man, just stay tapped in with me. I'm going up.
I think that podcast work good for you, because everybody like to hear your story.
Yeah, like I ain't want to do it. They beg me for it, so I'm gonna give it to them. And my shit gonna be uncut, uncensored. I'm gonna talk that shit, so I hope they ready.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Already.
All right.
Appreciate you, love.
Appreciate you.